Hi, this is Dan Smith of DPS Legal Counsel, and welcome to today's video and podcast episode of Business is More Exciting Than Any Game. Today I want to talk to startup entrepreneurs who are looking to start maybe their first business, or they're looking to start a new business, and they're at the very beginning stage and just trying to come up with the name of their company, the name of their business. And I want to say that there are at least 3 steps that you should go through in order to choose a good business name. First, you want to look at whether or not a domain name, which would be incorporate your business name, and which would, in people's minds, be affiliated or associated with your business name, is available. So, for example, if you wanted to start a company called Tennessee Widgets Incorporated, you might want to check and see if Tennessee Widgets Incorporated or TennesseeWidgetsInc.com was available. I have no idea if it is. That's just an example. But you might want to look and see if a domain name that is either identical or is similar enough that you are going to use it as your domain name, you want to see if it's available. So I would say that's the first step. You don't want to pick a name for your business and then find you can't get a domain name similar enough or identical to your business name that's going to work for you. So why don't you start there? Step number 1. See if if you come up with some names that you're interested in, see if there's a domain name that's available. And obviously, for most people, they want to use as a top level prefix or suffix, I guess, to their domain name, the .com, because that's the most common top level domain email address ending, rather than .org or .net. .com is typically a better way of going. So look to see if your business name with the .com is available. Okay, that's step 1. Let's say that it is. Then step number 2 may be to, if you're in the state of Tennessee, to look and see if that name is available with the Tennessee Secretary of State, to see if that is an available business name. Now, if there's an existing business with that exact same name, it won't be available. But if there's not, then typically if you do a search of the Secretary of State's business name availability database on their website, you can determine whether or not that name is available. Okay, so that's step number 2. Step 1, check to see if the domain name is available. Step 2, check to see if the name is available in the state that you're going to be operating, and in this case I'm talking about Tennessee. Check with the Secretary of State's website to see if that name is available. Okay, step 3, and this is one that people tend to not do, or often don't do, and it's probably the most important one, and that's to make sure that your business name is not infringing on the trademark rights of existing trademark holders. If you're going to be putting a lot of money and time and expense in branding and marketing your business, and it would be a real shame if you do that and then later find that there is an existing trademark owner out there with a confusingly similar trademark that has prior rights to you in that name, and you may find yourself the subject of a trademark infringement lawsuit, or you may find that the domain name that you registered with one of the domain name service providers is infringing on the trademark rights of another person, and you may find yourself then the subject of an arbitration hearing filed under the Uniform Domain Name Resolution Policy before one of the panels. You don't want that to happen. So the third step is the most important and crucial step, and that's to make sure that the business that you're going to be operating and the trademarks that are going to be associated with your business can be yours and are not infringing on someone else's trademark rights. In order to do that, initially you can do a search of the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office tests database and determine if you have a direct hit or exactly identical trademark that's out there. A better search would also pick up similar words and trademarks that might be spelled differently but sound the same, or that are close enough in appearance or sound that it could be a problem. And if you're really wanting to do this right, in addition to just a search of the USPTO website test database, you should also do a full comprehensive trademark search to determine whether there are existing companies out there that either have not only similar registered trademarks at the federal level, but perhaps similar registered trademarks at various state levels, or even have common law trademark rights, or just operating and have been operating for some time under or using particular trademarks even though they're not registered. Because in the United States, trademark rights arise from use, not from trademark filing. Trademark filing is important and provides you with a lot of rights that you wouldn't ordinarily have or wouldn't have otherwise, such as the right to sue in federal court on trademark infringement and some other things. But so it's important to register your trademark, but you may have a company that has never registered its trademark but has been using it in commerce for a long time, and it would have superior rights to you, and you wouldn't find that out just by doing a search of the USPTO website, because perhaps that other company doesn't have a registered trademark. So you would need to do a comprehensive search that would also incorporate searches through just common law sources that might find those other companies that are using the trademark that you would like to use. Okay, so in short, and to summarize, when you're deciding on the business name for a new business, number one, check to make sure that you can get a domain name that's going to work for you. Number two, check the state level filing office in the state of Tennessee. Check with the Secretary of State's office. Basically look at their website. They have a database where you can check name availability. And third, and most importantly, you want to make sure that whatever whatever business name you use and trademark you're planning to use in your business or trademarks that are not going to infringe upon the trademark rights of someone else. So those are the three key things you need to do before you spend time and money investing in selecting and starting to use and marketing a brand name. Okay, I hope that helps, and we'll see you next time on Business is More Exciting Than Any Game.